Saturday, you know what that means. It's another long run, and taking a peek outside, it is doing the exact same thing as last week. It is spitting, looks a little light. We're just gonna chance it, and I'm going to go ahead and test out some new kicks. Atreyu, we will talk a little bit more about them when we get back. Got the rest of my stuff here, so I'm gonna gear up, and we're just gonna get this thing going. Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to another episode. This is week 5 of Project 259. Now today is a different style of video. Today we are reviewing the Atreyu, the artist. Atreyu is a kind of like a starter up and coming company out of Austin, Texas. One of the big things about them is they do this whole shoe thing completely different. They have one model, several different colors, but just really based off of one model, and they do subscription-based service, so that's pretty neat. You would just go like how often you want a new pair of shoes sent to you, so you pick out your colorway, and they would send you that shoe every 1, 2, or 3 months. They would send you, and their pricing is ridiculously low. I think for their subscription, it is about $55 per shoe. So what they did with this one, this shoe here, is they took their upper off of their original line and put it on a race shoe. So high stack height, there is a carbon plate inside of here, and then most of their shoes don't have like a rubber sole. They do like a rubberized EVA outsole. So this one has a very thin 1mm rubber, and it looks really slick, but actually it's got a really good kind of feel, texture, grip to it. So today I took it out on a 19-mile long run, and I kept looking down at the watch and seeing splits of just like, this is unreal. Like, I'm going way faster than I normally go for my long runs. And just to be clear, it wasn't a workout. Effort was the same between long runs. So it was a 19-mile run. Average pace was 6:32s. And for me, that's really, really fast. So especially over that distance. Last week was like a 6:48. So just to give you some quick specs on this shoe, in a men's size 9 is 7.8 ounces. Like I said, the base model upper, same thing here. And then there is a carbon fiber plate inside. It does run heel to toe, full length carbon fiber plate. There is what they call supercritical EVA midsole. So that's this here. I really, really enjoyed the ride of this and the feel of this. Like I said, 1mm thick outsole rubber. The last critical piece of information is stack height, of course, and we are looking at a total of 30 in the forefoot and 35 in the rear. How they are achieving that is there's also a 5mm thick front to rear sock liner. That gives you very nice feel. I think with the sock liner, that's a really nice soft feel to it. This also is pretty soft. If we kind of take a look here, it's pretty squishy, and then that carbon plate is pretty rigid. From that, you get a really nice, comfortable ride. Felt that the energy return was really good. The plan for today was, like, I really rolled the dice on this, like a brand new shoe, a 19-mile long run. It was a light rain. So I really got to test the shoes. Really got to take them through the ring. I got to test traction in the wet, you know, on a bike path. So generally that surface can get slick. There's also some wooden bridges, several of those, and those are generally pretty slick when they get wet, and they handled themselves flawlessly. I really have zero complaints with the ride, the outsole. The only complaint I have is when I got these, I thought I was going to have to send them back. I thought that I put them on, I was like, they're too big. I like my shoes to fit, not snug, not tight, but like I want them to fit. I don't want a lot of play, a lot of slop. I think when I really narrowed it down and really kind of tightened up the shoelaces, pulled in some of the slack, that helped. I never felt like I had an amazing lockdown in the heel. If you kind of notice, like, this is super, super flimsy. There's no structure to that. So if you need structure in the heel cup, this isn't it. But I enjoyed it. Like I never felt like, it's a really weird sensation. I didn't feel like my heel was gonna come out by any means, but it wasn't holding like a New Balance or something that's got that really nice heel pocket. That doesn't have that, but I never felt like it was gonna come out. It never bothered me. And I never also stopped to retie. So I made sure I had a really nice lockdown. I did do the runner's knot. It did help. I felt like I really needed to get it locked down pretty tight from the get-go. I was happy with the ride. No issues, no hot spots. There is a nice like TPU all the way around. It does kind of come up on the instep and the outside here and then up on the heel. I thought that was great. Like today I had a light mist kind of like really the whole run. My feet never got wet. They never got overheated. I'm really, really happy with them. That one issue is probably my main. Very happy with the shoe. If I could make some changes, what would I do? They do have like sewn eyelet holes. I would maybe make those a little smoother or something, some way where I can pull that lace a little bit cleaner through there. It was a little bit challenging. And then I love just a touch of padding in the tongue. It's really nice. It's not a gusseted tongue at all. That didn't bother me at all. There was a little bit of scrunching on the tongue, just from how tight I put them. I was able to kind of like smooth it out before I tied the shoe, and that completely solved it. It was fine, and I am pretty finicky about that. And there's a nice amount of padding just right around the heel collar. Worked out great. No issues, no hot spots. Like I said, I wore just a thin sock, and I didn't have any issues there. As far as wear and traction, obviously I only have 19 miles on the shoe, one run, and they look perfect. And I imagine the way this feels, these are gonna last for a good long while. There is a good amount of exposed EVA here, but it is concave there, sucked in with their nice logo. I think that's pretty cool. I like how they kind of do that. As far as the company goes, being a startup company, you have to give them some slack. Prices, you can't beat it. Like this is a fully blown carbon race shoe, and I think I paid $100 for it. Order it in July and get on like a list. They were gonna make a run of so many, and this is their first go at it. I think they did change the midsole from what they said they were gonna do to launch and shipping. I was not one of the testers in that, but I am completely happy. So whatever they did, I don't know what the first one is to compare to, but I really, really like this. As far as carbon race shoes go, I do have a couple others that I've run in and tested out and enjoy. The New Balance RC Elite, very, very soft heel. Saucony Endorphin Pro. That shoe is a rocket ship in my opinion, and this is right up there with it. As far as they go, like just a total ride and energy return and snappiness of the shoe, this is up there and must be up there with some of the best carbon race shoes out there to date. I'm not a long-time runner. I'm not a long-time shoe reviewer. I don't have a ton of shoes in my personal arsenal to test and try and compare to. The way it felt, how I felt today, legs felt fresh at 19. Definitely felt like if I would have continued eating and drinking well, this shoe would have delivered me to the line in probably a very consistent pace from that. I'm happy with it. I like the laces. I love the colorway, all white with these nice yellow, red and blue highlights. I loved looking down and just seeing like this super fresh white shoe flying underneath me, so that was pretty cool. So that kind of just wraps everything up for today. I do want to say thank you for sticking around to the end, and also from last week, those who did offer up some thoughts and prayers for my buddy Joel. They had their baby. Everyone's doing well, baby's doing well. And then also my buddy Drew. Thank you everybody for sending some prayers up for him and his surgery, and he is doing great, recovering well. Thanks for sticking to the end, following me along on this 259 project, training for my very first marathon, a goal of breaking 259 and a stretch goal of 250. I do think after today, the 250 is within striking range. So stay tuned, stay up to date. I appreciate it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, the little bell icon to get notifications when I release a new video, and share this video. Please help the channel grow. I do appreciate that a lot. I do my best to put out as the best content that I can, and I appreciate your support. Don't forget to drop a comment down below. What do you think of the Atreyu? Would you try their base model? Are you looking for a carbon race shoe? If so, don't skip over this one. Give this one a serious consideration. You can't beat the price. So with that, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Peace.